Hello, my name's Andy Edwards. Welcome to the Positive Impact in Practice Learning Module 1. In this module, as with the other modules, we're seeking to gain and retain patients by becoming their trusted vision advisor. Module 1 breaks down into three basic areas. The first area is that we need to address the sales taboo. Nobody signed up for being a salesperson. We need to work with that. The second area is we look at the personality of you and your staff in relation to the people walking in through the door. We call this personality profiling. The third area is the relationship. We refer to the fact that until and unless you have a relationship, you've pretty much got nothing else. So that's an area we need to speak about. Ultimately, we ask the first question, what is a sale? And there are many different answers. What we have to also understand is that a sale is nothing criminal. It's not a criminal activity to make a sale, although sometimes perhaps it feels that way. Now, a sale we define as pretty much receiving money for goods provided or services rendered. And until and unless you receive money for those goods and services, you haven't got a business. So it becomes quite an important aspect that we need to square in terms of people's discomfort with the word sell and selling. So we get it out on the table very quickly. What don't you like about salespeople? What do you like about salespeople? What we don't like about salespeople tends to be standard. We don't like pushiness, we don't like aggressiveness, we don't like the fact they don't listen. And of course, what we like about salespeople is the fact that they are calm, they do listen, they do provide solutions for what we need, they do ask appropriate questions. Ultimately, we suggest that a dysfunctional selling has led to dysfunctional buying. Who wants to expose themselves to a sales process when everybody considers salespeople are not the most comfortable people to be in front of? But we need to position ourselves as the people who are able to give advice, who have the information on which our patients can make their decisions, their informed decisions. What makes a good salesperson, we ask? The answer is simply this: somebody who understands themselves and their impact on others, somebody who understands others and their impact on self, and the extent to which we can adapt and connect with other people, such that we can become their trusted advisor. I promise you a bit of psychology. We use the insights model, the insights color model of behavioral style. We will train this into you and your staff, but have a look at this slide. Each of those color quadrants has a set of words on them. Each of those sets of words will be indicative of a personality style. Which one do you start off with? Now, in truth, we're all a bit of all of them, but most people will have a preference for one. Are you Mr. or Mrs. Red with that competitive attitude? Mr. or Mrs. Yellow, sociable and dynamic? Mr. or Mrs. Green, caring, encouraging? Or are you up there in that blue quadrant of cautious and precise? You can see how each of those different styles may interplay with each other. And on a good day, everybody appreciates everybody else. But if there's a bit of stress, or presented to the opposite style, perhaps those otherwise good words start to look a little bit like these words. Can Mr. Red come across as aggressive? Mrs. Yellow come across as excitable? Mr. Green as docile and bland? Mrs. Blue stuffy and indecisive? Well, they wouldn't think so, but other people might, simply because they're either overplaying their strengths or they're coming across to the opposite style. This is worth knowing. Different styles have different buying needs too. Perhaps over there in the red corner, people are more interested in headline information, alternatives on which to base a decision. In the yellow quadrant, people are more interested in the fun, the enthusiasm, the forward focus. In the green quadrant, people are more interested in the benefits to them and other people, the calmness of the situation. And up there in blue, rather unsurprisingly, interested in data, statistics, and proof. You see, using this psychology, we can start to develop more quickly and more regularly a rapport with our patients. And from a rapport, we can develop a relationship. And from a relationship, we get the result. And this is what we'll be talking about, in that order: rapport, relationship, result. We're seeking to gain and retain patients by becoming their trusted vision advisor. So the relationship, coupled with a demonstration of value to your patient at the appropriate time, will lead to a sale more often than not. Let me say that again. The The relationship, coupled with a demonstration of value, will more often lead to a sale.